and hit the little bell to be notified of our future episodes. So today we're going to be talking about a very interesting subject. I want to talk to all of my friends who are real estate agents, real estate brokers, or real estate professionals. Why you guys most likely to fail in the first 2 years. Statistics said that about 80% of real estate agents fail in the first 2 years of the business. Why it happens, I've seen it firsthand. I know why it happens, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about it and possibly give you some of the eye-opening things that may be able to maybe save you or help you, or actually if this is, you figure out this is not your business, maybe you shouldn't be in it in the first place. So mind that I said business, not a job, not a profession, business. And this is must be run like a business. Okay, so let's discuss. But first, before we go into this, I wanted to actually bring you to our sponsor. If you are looking to hire a virtual assistant for your small and medium-sized businesses, you should look into VirtuDesk. VirtuDesk is the virtual assistant company that provides virtual assistants for realtors, mortgage people, insurance people, or any kind of business professional. Imagine if you have somebody who's helping you run your business and you're paying as low as $8.60 an hour, and that's it. So VirtuDesk, please check out VirtuDesk at myvirtudesk.com or just Google VirtuDesk, VirtuDesk. All right, let's go to why most real estate agents fail in the first 2 years of the business. All right, so first and foremost, I said at the beginning of the running business like a business. Okay, here's the thing. Most people come into the real estate profession from as a second job or as a side hustle or just maybe side gig on the side just to make some extra money. Okay, so those people most likely will fail. If you're a part-time agent, statistics says you will fail. Okay, so running business like a business. Every business has a structure. So not everybody actually has the concept figured out. Okay, but structure of the business is, how much money you allocate to your marketing, how much money you allocate to your taxes, how much money you actually allocate to management of the business. So, you need to figure that out. Okay, you need to have a structure. You need to hire the right people to help you run your business. You need to delegate. Okay, you need to delegate things that you're not good at, but you probably need to get them done anyway. You need to budget accordingly. When you budget accordingly and you actually consider all of the expenses, you consider all of the costs and expenses, and you also consider how much money you're making. So how much money you will make, how much money you will allocate to future expenses. So this is called budgeting. So you need to figure that out. Talking about structure of the business. Most of all, you need to have consistency. Consistency at what you do as a business in order to actually stay as a business. Okay, consistency meaning that you know exactly how many deals you will be closing every month, or how much you need every month to break even, and also how much you need to actually make a profit. So this is called consistency. So as a consistent business person, you need to analyze that. Okay, and you don't have to go to actual business school to figure that out. There are a lot of podcasts, a lot of YouTube videos on how to get it done. Okay, so learn that. All right, or learn it while you do it. So this is we talking about just basic stuff I gave you. Let's talk about individual real estate agents, why most of them actually fail. This morning I actually posted on Facebook, and I said that laziness or procrastination is just laziness. There is no such thing as procrastination. So when I was selling real estate full time, the thing that I really helped me is I never put things for another day. It means I don't procrastinate. I don't put them off. If something needs to be done, I do it now. If an email comes in, I answer it now. If a text message comes in, I answer it now. I handle it. Okay. Sometimes it may not be productive because you're doing other things, but you done. Okay. Don't put it off. If you don't, make sure you have systems in place to have it done, an assistant who will help you get it done. Okay. Because when you start to procrastinate, for example, it's like, oh, okay, I need to, for example, in order for me to make a lot of money, in order for me, let's say, to make $100,000, I need to sell that many houses and I need to make those phone calls. So you get to your office or in your home office, you get behind your computer, you want to get the phone calls done, and something comes up, and you figure out, you know what, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Right? I'm going to do it tomorrow, or I'll do it, and things happen, blah, blah, blah. So you put it off. Okay, that's called procrastination. Some people procrastination. I think this is just a fancy lazy. Okay, so don't be lazy. Get the work done. That needs to happen. Okay, otherwise you will fail. Get the work done. Get it done. All right. So another reason most people actually fail in this business is what I call the lack of grit. Um, Lack of grit. What does grit means? The grit is actually when you have thick skin, when you get things done, and when you even take no for an answer. You don't have fear of rejection. Okay, why people have fear of rejection? Most of it, when they actually start out in this business, they think it's gonna be a fancy road. Their families come to them for business. They're gonna friends gonna buy and sell homes with them. You know, people will be calling you. In reality, you have to chase your customers. In reality, when a real estate agent starts out, you need to understand you will 80% of your job, 80% of your work will be actually attracting new business, because that's what every business does. Every business attracts new business. So keep that in mind. Okay, so you need to have the grit and be able to chase down the leads, be able to take no for an answer, and be able to actually get to no. Get from no to a yes. All right. So that's something you need to be aware of. Okay. Um, Another thing is 9 to 5 mentality. 9 to 5 mentality. What is it? Okay. Well, folks, 9 to 5 mentality is when you are, let's say, coming to the industry, okay, from a job where you had a job somewhere and you were working 9 to 5. So you have that mentality of 9 to 5, which means I'm I'm done and that's it. I'm done and I'm done with my hours and I should get paid for the hours I've put in. Well, folks, in real estate, when you start doing it, you will be sometimes you wake up every morning you wake up unemployed. Okay, every morning you wake up unemployed and you're not getting paid for your hours. You're getting paid for your work you do. Okay, actually, about any business that you may have, you wake up unemployed every day. Okay, so think about it. And when you come to this business, you need to drop the 9 to 5 mentality. The reason is because you are working for yourself. You're your own boss, and you need to get the work done by yourself. Okay, so also keep that in mind. Another aspect: speed to lead. Okay, speed. Do things fast. We live in a very instant gratification world right now. People, their providers, their service providers. So you need to be actually be very quick at what you do, at a response, at handling things. If you're like a slow personality, you need to develop urgency. You need to develop urgency. You need to develop a way of actually getting things done quick, because that's what the customers expect. If you're used to being slow, kind of and taking your time, my friends, I have a very unpleasant surprise for you. You will fail, because people don't like that. Okay, people like being handled fast and get things done quickly. It's again about combination of do it now attitude and speed. Okay, this is again, because that's what helps a good agent stand out from an average agent. Speed to lead, consistency, do it now attitude, no laziness, no procrastination, structure. And another a very important aspect of why people tend to fail is because they run out of money. Very, the way it sounds, it's not nice, but that's the way it is. People run out of money. It's actually brutal reality. People like to eat. People need to eat. Need to run their families, run the business. So if you don't have a cushion to market yourself to last you for a while without getting a paycheck, most likely you will fail. Okay, no matter how good of a salesperson you are. I know several agents who tremendous, amazing agents. Okay, but they failed because they had to go back to day job, or they had to go back to somewhere where they can generate some income because they couldn't last. A guy used to work at my brokerage who was an amazing at lead generation. He was generating leads like crazy. Okay, he was on the phone consistently. However, he didn't have the money to last because he needed to pay the bills, and the sales cycles were very slow. But again, part of it is actually because he was overpricing the list he was picking up, but it took him a while to sell them, and he burned out from doing it, and was demotivated because he couldn't get paid and couldn't pay. So he went basically waiting. So keep that in mind, fellas, that when you actually run a business, you need to have money. Okay, if you don't have the money to run a business, you're gonna be starving and you're gonna be demotivated. And no matter what those gurus tell you, like keep pushing harder, keep pushing harder, all the blah blah blah. You need to have money. Let's have a reality check, guys. Okay, you need to have at least 6 months of expenses saved up, and you need to come to peace with an idea that you will not get paid for a while, and you need to have something to run your business on. Lead gen, bills, business expenses saved up at least 6 months, at least, preferably for about a year. Okay, if you don't have that, it's gonna be a really tough awakening for you, and a very rude awakening if you go into the real estate full time. So keep that in mind, and that's one of those things. So here's just a few things. So I gave you ideas of why a lot of real estate agents fail in the first couple of years. And according to the National Association of Realtors statistics, it's about 86% of people. So if you are one of them, don't be ashamed of it, and try to realize why it happens, what happens, and what you can do to fix this. Okay, but I hope that informative for you. So if you actually like this podcast, please hit subscribe button, listen to the podcast anywhere you're listening to them, any kind of podcast, Spotify or Apple Podcast, anywhere. Hit the podcast button, subscribe, and send me a comment in YouTube or Facebook. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. We'll have another one.